Hi, my name is Claire Bauer, and today we're going to be talking about building partnerships with families. The main focus of this video is to talk about the role of early interventionists in building partnerships with families in order to help provide supports and interventions for their child who has a disability. Interventionists need to understand the cultural and family environment in order to partner with families. This video touches on the importance of applying family-based principles in the decision-making process. When families and interventionists work together, they can combine their knowledge and skills to enhance the care and supports for children with disabilities. Our first point is getting to know the family. Early interventionists play a very important role in helping children with disabilities to be able to learn and participate as much as possible in an inclusive and meaningful learning environment. As such, interventionists are people who help to plan interventions based on the specific needs of the child and combined with their knowledge of development and supports. But interventionists cannot do this alone. A primary belief of early interventionists is that the family is of absolute importance to their child's development and progress. According to the Division for Early Childhood, family choice and family involvement is inseparable from an interventionist role in supporting children with disabilities. In addition to that, acknowledging the important role families have in their child's development is recognizing the diversity that exists in families. This is one of the first steps to being trusted and accepted by a family. Respecting differences regarding culture, parenting styles, and belief systems are important for an interventionist to be aware of. Epley and Kaiser in 2014 refer to the partnerships of families, and they state that interventionists should apply the family systems theory as a framework for their interactions and communications with diverse families. Knowing and applying this theory helps interventionists to understand the wide variety and unique families that exist and how to respond to them and challenging situations and characteristics that could arise. Interventionists should communicate with families to get to know them and what their family structure and environment is like. This could include extended family as well, grandparents who are involved in caring for the child, older siblings or partners who are a part of the child's life. This can help to enlighten the interventionist about what interventions would align with the family's goals and the family setup and bring about appropriate results. Since partnership is essential to providing benefits for a child with disabilities, the interventionist can offer the family valuable resources and options that they may not have been aware of before. Family professional partnerships are a vital part of helping children with disabilities. Moving on to our second point, family strengths are identified and emphasized. In connection to getting to know the family, an interventionist needs a clear perspective about what the family's strengths are. As mentioned earlier, families are different. They have different goals, perspectives, weaknesses, and strengths. With that, families have differing levels of expectation, desire, and hopes for what their child will be or will achieve in life. So an interventionist needs to look at the family life cycle, family characteristics, and family interactions to determine what interventions will positively benefit the family, fit in with their existing structure, and benefit the whole family. Some weaknesses could be identified as limited budget, no transportation options, work demands, addictions, single family setup, etc. Whereas some family strengths could be seen as a parent that stays at home and is able to spend more time with their child, financial stability, stability of jobs, strong family support system, etc. But in evaluating the family as a whole, an interventionist looks for strengths the family has and seeks to amplify them. Each family situation has both strengths and weaknesses. but focusing on the strengths can encourage the family that regardless of their situation, there's a lot they can do to help their child. Training the family and working with them can only be accomplished when aligned with family strengths. According to Childcare Plus, a good interventionist seeks to empower the family, not to do everything for them or control every aspect of their lives. Finding the untapped potential families have to various support systems that exist around the family that they can benefit from then gives the family hope and courage that every little step they take to help their child can make a big difference in the child's life. This takes us to our third point. Families are actively included in planning and decision making. There are 3 key areas identified by Childcare Plus, the Center of Inclusion for Children, as integral to working with families. Number 1, communication. 2, planning. 3, problem solving. When taken into consideration, these 3 things can dramatically change the dynamics of working with families. The ultimate goal that educators should keep in mind when working with families is finding what's in the best interest of the child, coupled with what works for the family's situation. This is not only important to families, but an educator's primary goal as well. Families should be active in the decision-making process. Supports and interventions need to be decided together, with the interventionist and the family involved in the decision-making process. They should be encouraged to give feedback, share their concerns and observations, and be included in every stage of planning and implementing interventions for their child. Interventionists are responsible for listening to family concerns and sharing their professional opinions, observations, and ideas for interventions that would benefit the family's situation. Families want information in order to make good decisions, and this is where the interventionist can provide materials, information, and resources that help with the challenges that the family is encountering. This ensures that the family has a clear understanding of the intervention, its purpose, and the expected outcome. Any goals that are set should be agreed upon together, with the family fully aware of the process and steps involved to reach that goal, and in agreement that it's doable on their part. The key word is partnership. Interventionists partner with family to provide improved care and education for their child with a disability. Our fourth and final point: services and supports are developed for the whole family. Since the family is the main focus of an early interventionist, when considering supports, the child with a disability and the family as a whole are both taken into consideration. They are 2 separate but combined factors that affect what the interventions are selected. The Center on Inclusion in Early Childcare state that the goal of early interventionists is to help ensure high-quality care and education for children with disabilities. This quality care and education is often achieved through services and supports aimed at 3 levels: the microsystem, the mesosystem, and the macrosystem. These systems are based on Bronfenbrenner's studies of social and behavioral development in early childhood. This ecological model evaluates the layers of environment surrounding each child as they grow and how that environment affects their development. The microsystem is the child's immediate family, those who are closest to them and interact with them the most, including friends, peers, and their school environment. The mesosystem is how the child's immediate home environment, coupled with the school environment, interact with each other, and how it impacts the child on a daily basis. The macro system is the larger community and the cultural influences that affect the child's development. Family supports are often based on Bronfenbrenner's ecological model in order to ensure that a child is receiving proper supports in every environment: home, school, and community. According to Hooper and Umansky, Providing supports in a child's daily environment is essential to their well-being, health, and development. When a family seeks out the help and advice of an early interventionist, there is a transitional time period that will often occur. There will be new procedures the family will be trying out. New people will be involved in working with the family. New experiences and new environments that the family, along with the child, will encounter. All of this combined can be overwhelming for the family. As such, an interventionist will coordinate family services and put families in contact with services and activities that will be beneficial for them. It's important that the interventionist understands these transitional stages that families will go through and takes into consideration what supports will be beneficial for the whole family and provide support for them on numerous levels: emotional, physical, material, and informational. In closing, family-centered practice is central to an interventionist's role in helping families who have a child with a disability. An interventionist respects and supports families through building a family-professional relationship, using open communication and providing information that is tailored to fit the family's needs. Finding daily routines and interventions that align with family goals and abilities can be conducted in the child's natural environment. Ensure that the interventions are meaningful to the family and productive long-term. Partnership is foundational to empowering families and promoting positive outcomes with children with disabilities.